Hello and welcome back to Bunnex Investment Group. In this video, we are going to talk about something that is very important. For those who actually know the method we trade is the institutional market maker method, basically invented by Steve Mauro. But a lot of traders actually say they trade this particular strategy, but they actually fail to make a profit out of it. I'm not actually bragging, but I would say if you watch Steve Mauro's videos, you are likely not going to make money. Why? Because of how he actually explains his stuff. So basically, I will try to simplify everything so that you will be able to apply it in your own trading. So basically, if you actually check how he say what he says, he actually says, when a day starts, it starts off the Asian session. From the Asian session, he says we need to see 3 swipes to the downside or to the upside, depending on the market maker trend, before we get an entry. So he says you need to see 3 swipes to the downside or to the upside before we actually see a long sustained run, and then the day ends as a consolidation like that. That is what he says. This is very correct, but without context, it is difficult to apply on real charts. So, how do you actually apply this template? This template occurs each and every day, where we have Asian session accumulation, manipulation, and then long sustained run. We are saying the Asian session is there to accumulate orders, and then this particular move will be there to actually hunt some stops where they have already induced traders within the Asian session, and then later you'd see the market go to the upside in a long sustained run like that. So in this particular case, we are saying this will hold as the law of day, right? So for when you clicked on this video, it's actually how to predict the high or low of day. So how do we do so? Not every day is going to be predictable to know its high or its low. You need to actually carry over some steps so that you can find a day where you can predict. So the day that you will predict. Before we continue, please join our free trading community where we share free signals, free trading advice, as well as setups. The link is right down in the description box below. Be part of the winning community. Easily is going to be the last day in the M15 market maker cycle. What is an M15 market maker cycle? So in this particular case, we can see there was this high. This high was actually issued. After that high was issued, we can see there was a drop, then another drop, and then the last drop. Within their drops, we are saying there was interaction of the 50 EMA with price. There was a crossover of the 50-13 pull back and interaction with the 50 EMA drop. So when we see twice price interacting with the 50 EMA twice, it means we are at a probable point where we can predict the low of that particular day. So the last interaction with the 50 EMA, which is this one, is the Asian session. This is what we term the Asian session, not the period per se, but the last interaction with the 50 EMA is the Asian session. From the Asian session, what do we get? We get 3 swipes. In this particular case, we had drop, green candle in between, drop, green candle in between. We reach the low of day like that. So this now is the low of day. It was actually the perfect timing because a W pattern was issued and the market went to the upside. We start again to find the high of day. In this particular case, we start to count we've said we need to have a completed M15 cycle, twice interaction of the 50 EMA. We had a rise, and then the market interacted with the 50 like that. Then a rise which was later, it was later cleared. Therefore, the second rise was actually this one, right? After the second rise, what did we get? We get the M15 or the Asian session, right? Which we've said is the second interaction of price with the 50 EMA. There was interaction of price with the 50 EMA. Let me pull another again. So this was the Asian session. Within that Asian session, what did we get? We can see that we had a rise, pullback, another rise, pullback, and at this particular price point, which is the third, after the third rise, that is where we had the high of day. Of course, it actually spilled over. It was not tradable, but after 3 swipes to the upside, that is where we expected to get what? To get that particular reversal. So in this particular case, let's continue. We had this is our high, highest price, then price came to interact with the 50, another interaction with the 50. So drop, interact with 50, drop, and then interact with the 50. That's where we say our Asian session is located. All right. When we derive or when we find the Asian session position, we start to look for 3 swipes. We had 1, 2, and 3, and there was consolidations. This was the law of this day to complete this particular M15 cycle. I hope you get what I'm trying to illustrate here. Right? Let's start again. Drop, interaction with the 50, drop. This becomes our Asian session. From that Asian session, what do we see? We look for 3 swipes, right? Asian session, 3 swipes. We had 1 pullback, 2 pullback, and the longest one to reach this particular point. So in that case, you can actually start, when you see first swipe, second swipe, on the third swipe, you start to look for a W pattern on the M1 time frame. That is where you will actually get the precise point of market entry. We said when you get 2 interactions with the 50 EMA, we had 1 interaction with the 50, 2 interaction with the 50, right? Meaning that this was our Asian session. This became our Asian session. What can we see? We had 1, 2, and 3. This was the actual point to make an entry, and this was the long sustained run. So this became the law of day. So basically, that is what you will be doing. This is just one piece of the whole puzzle, which you need to trade this method with high precision. Right now, today, we actually took a sell from these highs, and it's actually a sell off these 3 levels to the upside, and we are still going to the downside. If you check out our free Telegram channel, I've shared this trade. It was actually a buy trade, and then gold sell, which we took from these highs. It's still running like that. On that note, we've come to the end of our today's video. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.